Hi friends, it's Allison. Today I want to read you guys another pattern book. Remember, this week we're talking all about patterns. Patterns that you might see at your house, patterns that you might see on your clothes, patterns you might see in the sky or with animals. And today's book is called City Patterns. The photography is also done by Nathan Olson. This book is going to show us awesome pictures around the city that have patterns. After we read this book, maybe we can look around our city and see if we've noticed any patterns. City patterns. What pattern do you notice on this cover picture? I notice stripes. I notice these stripes are blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, and so on. All of the windows have these blue and white patterns. Let's see what other patterns we can find. City Patterns by Nathan Olson. What is a pattern? A pattern is made when a color or shape repeats. Let's look for patterns all around the city. I see some shape patterns here. Circle, 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 but they're also in squares. Circle, square, circle, square, circle, square, all up and down the building. I also see patterns on this building. On these buildings, they have stripe patterns. Dark light, dark light, dark light, dark light, all the way up and down. Bricks the same size and shape pave the city street. Brick after brick makes a repeating pattern. Have you ever seen streets or sidewalks that have this repeating brick pattern? Stones of different sizes and shapes pave a walkway, but they don't make a pattern. All of these rocks are different shapes and sizes, and they're just kind of randomly everywhere. They don't repeat, so they're not a pattern. Lines, squares, and zigzags. You can find a lot of line patterns in the bricks and railings in the city buildings. In the railings, when you look at it through the window, you notice a pattern. Black, white, black, white, black, white, black, white. I also notice patterns in the bricks. The patterns are brown and white, and they keep alternating or repeating. From the air, you can see other lines that repeat in neighborhoods and city streets. This picture was taken all the way up from an airplane. They were looking down. These are the little houses. The houses are repeating and the lines are repeating. These are the streets. I see a neighborhood pattern. Parking meters line up side by side in a pattern. A grassy green pattern of squares repeats on this city sidewalk. Grass, sidewalk, grass, sidewalk, grass, sidewalk, grass, sidewalk, grass. Wow! Squares with repeating every other colors make a checkered pattern. This playground has a checkered pattern on the floor. Red, black, red, black, red, black. Painted lines in the crosswalks make a pattern that helps you safely cross the street. Black, white, black, white, black, white. Escalators make a zigzag pattern that move people up and down the city buildings. Remember, zigzag goes this way, then this way, this way, then this way, this way, then this way. We do zigzag a lot with Paola. Can you guys make a zigzag with your fingers? This way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. Now let's look at the escalators in this city building. Do you see the pattern? Escalators go this way, then this way, then this way, then this way. They make a zigzag or a crisscross. A fire escape zigzags too. What other patterns do you see? So I see the zigzag steps this way, this way, this way, this way. Do you notice any other patterns with shapes or colors? Taxi cabs line up in a pattern called a queue. A queue is just a line of people or cabs or anything really. When you're ready for a ride, go to the head of the line. There's a lot of taxis in line. That's a pattern. I also see these lights as a pattern. They repeat. And these trees. It looks like it goes tree, light, tree, light, tree, light. Now this is a big picture of an entire city. Do you see any line, zigzag, or square patterns in this city scene? Let me know if you see any. I see a lot. I see some line patterns on this house. I see some shape patterns in these windows. Fun city patterns. Munch your lunch under a pattern. What repeated colors and shapes do you see? Wow, I see a pattern of colors in the umbrella. Let's go through the pattern to see if it makes sense. Yellow, red, blue, orange, green. Yellow, red, blue, orange, green. The colors of the umbrellas repeat. That means it's a pattern. A baseball field has lots of lines, stripes, and even checkered patterns. Do you notice the patterns on the field? The grass is mowed in different ways so the colors look like a pattern. Light green, dark green, light green, dark green, light green, dark green. If you look at this part of the field too, you see a checkered pattern. The lines go this way and the lines go this way. Marching bands make patterns to move to music. These people are playing musical instruments like a tuba or a saxophone or a trumpet. And they're marching in patterns. They march in lines to make shapes with their bodies. It's fun to zip down a water park pattern. Rows of wet and wild slides repeat. So people are going down the slides, and it's a pattern. Rows aren't the only patterns that are fun to ride. Ferris wheels patterns fan out. A Ferris wheel's patterns fans out in all directions. Wow. So I see the pattern of the little carts on the Ferris wheel and all of the lines that go out too. It's like a stripe pattern. At night, city patterns burst into life high above the skyline. These fireworks make a pattern too with colors and shapes. The end. I loved looking at this book to show us different patterns in our city. Next time you take a walk with your family or you look outside, do you notice any patterns? Maybe you notice some patterns in the windows or on the sidewalk, or maybe the buses and the cars driving by. If you find a pattern in your neighborhood or your community, send a picture or draw a picture and you can tell us what kind of patterns you see. I hope you guys get to find some patterns soon. I miss you. Bye.